Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. And what I'm going to do today is per I guess recommendation from some of my subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. People that have purchased my DVD lessons 1 through 7, close to 7 hours walking you through how to play the rhythm guitar, are quite impressed by their playing now, because people that have purchased it a year ago said, man, now this is making sense to me. Everything is connected. And I like to think that I put together a program that makes sense to you, and a program that is beneficial to you, because where you at now as far as the beginning guitar player, now you're embarking on your journey to learn how to play the guitar. Guess what? I've been there. I've been there. So I know exactly what you need to get to where I'm at. And it's not extremely difficult. And you know, it's very economical. So for only $35, you know, I'll walk you through how to play the rhythm guitar, and it makes sense to you, and you're able to read chord charts and learn structure of song, which is extremely important. Much more important than that nonsense of the theory thing. What key you're in? Because guess what? Out of all the videos I've posted on both channels, I've never ever had to apply theory to play the songs that I'm playing. I repeat, I never had to say, okay, it's in the key of F, so in the key of F all these chords, and I got to pick out of these chords the chords to the song. I've never had to do that, you know. So I walk you through in my DVDs how to tabulate songs just by listening to them. You know, it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take you years to get to the point where your ear can hear that. But at least I'm going to put you on the path, so you're on the path to getting there, instead of you just winging it, watching people on the internet, looking at their fingers and think you're gonna be a good guitar player, when you know you got a chord under your hand that somebody just showed you how to put, you know, your fingers there to get there. You don't need no name of the chord, you know. So I cut through all that, because you don't want to go that route. You don't want to go that route of I'm gonna self-teach myself, because it's just you're gonna waste at least 2 to 3 years when you could have gotten on the right track, and 2 years later you're still on the right track and you learn how to play all these great songs. You know, so what comes with the DVDs is this: a chart that will make sense to you once you start to view the DVDs. Because many years ago, I used to just send this out to people per PDF file, and I stopped doing that. And I stopped doing it for this reason. I sent it to them, and they look at it, it's like foreign to them. So now they're sending me emails every day asking me questions regarding this. I'm like, let's stop the madness. Just buy the DVDs, and the DVDs will explain this. It's just that simple. It's not that I don't want to pass it out or give it to you for free, but it's going to be useless to you if you don't know what it is and what it means. You know, so, you know, for $35, and I'll leave my PayPal information down there. And once you submit payment, your DVDs will go out the very next business day, or no later than the next business day. UPS tracking, so you know when it's coming to you. If you're outside the United States, it's going to be an additional $20 to ship, because I've been in the post office many a times, and that's what they charge. I have nothing to do with that. So, you know, now I'm kind of speechless, because it's like it's so much information which I can't give you in this 15 or 5-10 minute video, but you just have to purchase the DVDs, and trust me, I'm living proof of it. You know, all the stuff that I do derived from me learning what I learned and teaching you guys. Because when I first started to post stuff on YouTube, my channel initially was about this. Okay, I'm a professional musician. I know some stuff that I can show you guys, because there's no sheet music to a lot of this great R&B stuff. So it's like I can fill in that gap and show you what chords you need to play, because you know, it's for people that can already play. It wasn't for learning the guitar. It was like, you already know how to play, you just don't know the chords. I'm giving you the chords. So it started off like that, and then it started to mushroom into people asking me, well, how do you play, man? And, you know, how do I learn to play like you? Could you put something together for us? I'm like, well, I'm not a music teacher, you know. But, you know, can you do it? Please try. So I thought about it for about a year, because I was keep getting those questions and comments on a regular basis. And it wasn't that I was trying to be selfish with the knowledge. It's just that I didn't think I could do it. But then I sat down one day and said, you know what? I'm gonna map out something that makes sense to you, even if you don't know how to play the guitar. Because that was the biggest issue for me. Uh, People teaching you stuff in a manner that they think you already know. Like with manuals, when I was a teenager, I'm looking at these manuals to try to build these things. I'm like, this makes no sense to me, and it's written in a way that I already know how to do this. So, I just tossed it and just struggled through it and got through it. So I said, I want to do something that's going to be very simple. Again, you don't even know how to play the guitar, but it makes sense to you. And if it makes sense to you, you're going to absorb it and you're going to become a good player. So, after months of, trying to map it out and structure it, I came up with something that I thought would work. And quite obviously, apparently it's working, because again, I get comments from people that have purchased the DVDs about a year ago, said, man, thank you, because you've opened up the door to where I was trying to get through. And for many years, that door stayed closed and I couldn't get in there. So now I'm in there, and I thank you, because now since I'm in there, I can play just about anything I want, and I'm like, I'm glad to hear that, because that was the purpose of putting these DVDs together, so you can play what you want. Because I think most of us, if not all of us, when we first go on that journey to learn an instrument, we hear stuff on the radio and say, man, I want to play that song. I want to play that song. So then you go to a music teacher that you think they're going to teach you that, and you say, I want to play these songs. And they tell you this, because I've been there, done that. Oh, those songs are too difficult. It's going to take you like 3 or 4 years to learn those songs. That's not even true. If you learn the basics, which I teach you in my DVDs as far as chords, and I teach you bar chords and different voicings of the bar chord, and what I mean by that is, if this is an F built on the E string, this is F built on the A string. And the reason why you need to know at least 2 and maybe 3 is when you're playing a song, the song might call for the darker one instead of the bright one, or the bright one instead of the dark one. So I teach you those kind of things that a lot of music teachers don't think is important. Learning structure of songs is extremely important. I dedicate an entire video, DVD number 7, to that, because that's much more important than what key you're in nonsense. Because again, all the songs that I've played on my channels, which is close to 4,000, I had like 6 at one point. I've never had to apply theory to learn how to play those songs. Never. Now, I'm not saying theory doesn't have its place, because it does, but some people think that theory is more important than actual playing. I've actually sat in on music sessions with musicians, and they spent a good 30 minutes of the entire hour we had arguing about theory. Well, we should do this. Just play the damn thing, man. It's like, you get into this antagonistic thing with people that think they know a lot about theory. And I'm like, okay, that's great. But can you translate that to on stage and entertaining the audience? Because that's what this is about for me. It's taking this thing up on stage and entertaining people that spend their hard-earned money to hear good music. It ain't about sitting here with some paper and tabbing out some stuff and this is the work and this is in this key. Those people don't give a shit about that, okay? What they give a shit about is you playing. That's it. As long they don't care how you get here, as long as you get here, So I'm going to, close this video because there's some stuff. Every time I post, I try to do this video in particular here, I say, man, there's some more stuff I want to add. But, basically 1 through 7, close to 7 hours. Normally music lessons will cost you about $60 a lesson, which is an hour. 4 times a week, that's $240. You pay $35 once, and that's it, and you good. Because the videos that I will send you, the lessons, it's going to take you about a year to kind of get through these and get comfortable. So it ain't like I'm giving you something and 2 weeks later you're like, boys, man, what's left or what's next? I'm done with this. No, you're not. You're going to be engaged with this for about a year, if not longer, and you will be referring back to it periodically throughout the year. So for $35, it's a great deal. I mean, I don't think that you can find any comprehensive rhythm guitar system out there as far as what I teach you. Because, again, there's some things that I teach you that most instructors don't think is important. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to sign off because, I'm keep thinking of things. I'm like, at some point I got to shut this video off or come to an end. But it took me a while to figure this out because no one told me the open chords, G, D, A, C. The majority of the open chords are for folk music, pop ballads. But when you want to play some Rick James, some Confunction, some Chic, they're not up here playing open chords. They're playing bar chords and throughout the neck, throughout the entire neck. No one ever taught me that. So I'm sitting here trying to strum open chords to a Chic song or Confunction song like this ain't sounding like the record. That's because the players on the records are not playing open chords. They're playing bar chords or open face chords throughout the entire neck. Little things like that are tremendous to know. But again, music teachers don't even think it's important. They don't tell you. You got to just kind of figure it out. That's just like I figured out a system which I teach on my DVDs how to tabulate songs, because I get requests all around the world for, songs. They like, Morris, man, could you show me how to play this? I've never heard the song in my life. Within 5 minutes, I'm done. Here are the chords. Here's the changes. I ship out my DVDs all throughout the world. Yesterday I shipped out to a gentleman in China. Yours is coming. It was shipped yesterday. Apparently what I have is valuable, and I think it's valuable because I'm just like the average guy when it comes to learning and want to play this thing, So I've been there, and I know what you need, and I'm not going to teach you stuff on my DVDs that you'll never use. And that was another issue with traditional teachers. They were teaching me stuff that I would never use. And I'm like, this is costing me money and costing me a lot of money. So let's get to the chase. I'm not asking for a condensed half-ass lesson plan. What I'm asking for is a comprehensive condensed lesson plan that the things that you teach me, I can immediately apply or apply down the line because they're coming. These things that I'm going to be able to do, they're coming. So you prepare me as opposed to stuff that I would never use. So on that note, I'm going to sign off again. My DVDs 1 through 7, close over 7 hours of me walking you through how to play the guitar, the chord chart, only $35. That includes shipping and handling unless you're outside the United States, add an additional $20. And your DVDs will go out the next business day or no later than the next business day after that. But for the most part, usually it's the next day. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching. There's just so much that I keep wanting to mention. Let me just say this because it's important, because I'm trying to give you guys as much free information as possible. The reason why, to me, guitar's more easier than other instruments, because I play several, is I give you a good example. Say, for instance, you want to play a G major chord. Now you want to play a G sharp major chord. The only thing you got to do if you're playing bar chords, which I'm playing, just slide it down. You don't have to reconfigure your fingers, just slide it down. And that's something that you can't do, unfortunately, with piano. If you're playing a G major chord on piano and they say G sharp, you're not going to just take your finger and slide it over and not reconfigure it. You got to reconfigure it each time you do that. So that's why, to me, guitar is so much easier. And I'm going to say this, and I promise I'm going to sign off. I did a video on, to me, and this is my personal opinion, bass is the easiest instrument to play out of most of them. Then I got a couple of comments. Why would you say that? Or would you say playing like James Jamerson is easy? Absolutely not. But most of us will not play like James Jamerson. There's no songs out there now that will require you to play like him. And I can make that statement because I play several instruments. So I surveyed other musicians who have secondary instruments that they play, and they said the same thing. Yeah, bass not that difficult. And that's not a knock against bass or anything like that. We're taking away from bass. But the people that made that statement interesting enough only play one instrument. So how can you make that comparison when you can only play bass? You don't play guitar, you ain't picked up a piano or drums, so how can you make that statement? You can't. On that note, I'm going to sign off. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.